selection.
Well, it looks like we just the open forum.
She's estrella.
No problem.
I thought it was going to be like dramatic.
Okay. They just have the wrong order.
Then you'll tell Judy, she doesn't have to know before session when we come back and give her the language, right?
Yeah, I'll present it in there.
Okay, thanks.
No, you asked Ms. Vic. Public forum.
I need to be there.
Yeah. Because it's right after the judge and all that, right?
Okay.
And so then he'll say, you have some, he'll ask you and you'll say yes, and then he'll call for.
Okay, very good.
Which one was it? In what order?
I got them on order.
One at a time.
Okay,
Pero one at a time.
How was the island?
Pretty good.
That'll work. Me entró con pelota.
¿Cómo?
Me entró con pelota daily.
Ahí en trabajo.
Yeah, in the summertime. More cansado. Me pego shorties y en el January.
We're ready, Vicky, whenever it's time, let's start pumping. Is it 6:30 or you work?
Real choice.
Whenever you're ready, 6:30.
Yeah. That was good, no? Really? Was he presenting Jacobo?
All right, good evening. Let me go ahead and proceed by calling this meeting to order. It's 6:30 p.m. Rio Grande City Consolidated Independent School District regular board meeting, May 17, 2016, being held at the Gruya High School cafeteria. Section 2, the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Science, will you lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Quorum.
Vicky's walking in. We have one board member walking.
Where's roll call? Pledge of Allegiance. It's not- it would- Okay. Mr. Gonzalez.
Oh, no, sorry. Muy bien.
It isn't on the agenda, but I will go ahead and proceed with roll call to certify that we do have a quorum. Mr. Dicky Gonzalez.
Present.
Dr. Humberto Cantu.
Present.
Ms. Judith Solis. Mr. Benito Sáenz.
Present.
And Mr. Ruben Klein.
Present.
And myself, Eddie Ramirez, present. Daniel Garcia is in Houston on business, so he could not be here tonight. Section 3, approval of minutes. Is there a motion?
Asumo.
There's a motion by Mr.
Second.
Klein. A second by Mr. Sáenz. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Section 4, public forum. Ms. Ibarra?
Yes, sir.
We do have a few.
Yes.
Mr. R.C. Salinas is here to discuss the Rio Grande City 12th Cavalry horses. Little bit.
I'll get him. Go ahead and give him the mic.
Ladies and gentlemen of the board, we're here for a certain petition. But before I get started, I'm going to ask the kids from the ROTC program to please come behind me.
Mr. Salinas, I don't mean to interrupt, but we do have to limit it to 5 minutes, just so you know that there's a time limit on the...
You think I'm going to do 50, but I won't.
I know you will.
I know that you have to cut expenses and that we all live on a budget. But please consider what is here behind me. And please make every effort to spare cutting the 12th Cavalry Unit that we have at school. I've heard about the horses, I've heard about the feed and all of that, but it's something that is very unique. And it goes to all the parades. It goes to Roma when they have their Roma Fest. It goes all over the valley. I wish I could tell you that my wife tells me I'm not good with budgets, and believe me, she's correct. So I know that you have to make some cuts, and I hope that the Holy Spirit inspires you where to do the cutting. But please don't let it be for them. That they're here, and I want the cadet commander to speak to you.
Good afternoon. I'm Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Karina Garza. I'm this year's battalion commander. I have been the leader for like half of last year and including this year. And I can say it's been the greatest experience I've ever had. And it wouldn't be great if I didn't have these cadets right behind me right now. As a leader, I have many duties. And one of my duties is to figure out what is going on with the unit, such as any small changes in activities or whatever is happening with the program. I found out about this, and it was very bad news. I have many cadets who joined in the program because they want to participate in the community. And not only that, but with the 12th Cavalry Memorial Unit, I have about so many freshmen. I'm going to give an estimate of 55 freshmen asking me every day, when are we going to ride the horses? And when I just couldn't answer them. This 12th Cavalry Memorial Unit horses mean everything, not just to the cadets, but as well with the community. We all know the Fort Ringgold represents Rio Grande City, but also the horses represent the 12th Cavalry. If you take this down, it won't have any effect towards this. It's only going to go into disaster, not only to the cadets now, but maybe as well future generations. These horses carry the flags that we have today, which is the United States and the Texas flag in all of them, including the Rio Grande City March of Fort Ringgold. Without them, what are we going to be without the 12th Cavalry? The 12th Cavalry has performed for many performances, not just parades, but back then they used to go all the way, like to perform for Washington, Mission, Zapata, and Laredo. And I can show you that I have so much proof that no one wants to get rid of them. I have over 300 signatures from the city, including over 200 from the school. This just shows that everyone wants to keep the horses. Now I'm going to show you one of my future leaders, what he wants to say about this.
Sorry, 3.5 minutes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the board. My name is Cadet Second Lieutenant Guillermo Rosales, and I am this year's executive officer for the Rattler Battalion. And when I heard about this issue concerning about the horses in the 12th Cavalry Memorial Unit, I was pretty devastated, and I'll be honest, I even shed a tear or two, because knowing behind me that these fellow cadets, knowing that they put so much time and effort into everything that we do, and to know that one part of our legacy is about to go away due to some budget cuts, and we understand. But we feel that it is part of our history ever since the JRTC program was founded in Rio Grande City. And we've had these horses for, I would want to say, for at least almost more than 20 years. And these horses are a big part of our lifestyle, a big part of the JRTC family. And just to see them go away in such a hurry and not being able to show them to these future cadets, these future leaders, these future citizens, and it really saddens most of us, especially I as a leader, to tell our cadets that we will no longer be having these horses in the parades, or we will no longer be training to use these horses in these parades. And we want to show that. We want to keep these horses as a part of our legacy to continue this, because it is a big issue and a big main part of our legacy, and we want to keep it that way. Thank you.
I have assured the boys and girls that you will give them a fair hearing, and God guide your deliberations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, definitely to the students for showing up today. That takes a lot of gumption. You definitely explained a lot. We just want you to know no decisions have been made, but obviously when they're looking at budgets, they look at all of the programs. But definitely you all being here has definitely opened our eyes, and we're definitely here to listen to you all. And if anybody wants to talk to us separately afterwards, definitely please feel free to stay behind, and we can do that. I know I would like to hear more. Okay.
Thank you all so much for your time. We proceed with Section 5, Item 1. Consider and take possible action on the travel request from Rio High School.
No, you can approve those.
Nobody's gonna.
Go ahead.
This is just a travel request
Yes.
on behalf of the high school on Rio Grande City High.
Is there any motion for item 1? We have a motion by Mr. Klein. Second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Science. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Item number 2, consider and take possible action on agreement to provide driver education instruction by, and I believe there should be Estrella, Defensive Driving School for Real High School and the Early College High School.
Currently, we have two driving schools that participate in the two high schools, both high schools, Rio Grande City High and La Gruya High. On this particular request, we have Estrella Driving has submitted a proposal to provide Rio and the early college students with a driver's ed program. This is basically a renewal, Mr. Ramirez, and we're requesting that we recommend the renewal and approve it. Short after this, we'll have the other school, which is All Valley Driving, also submitting a request to come in, and we'll serve both schools.
And you'll bring that to us as well?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it'll come to the board. Yes, sir.
Will we have time to approve before they start?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Do you have any further discussion, item 2? Any motions?
I move that we accept.
We have a motion by Mr. Sines, second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Klein. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Item 3, consider and take possible action on donations to RGCCISD.
The following donations have been received by the district as listed there. Would you like for me to go over each one?
No, that's fine, as long as they get a letter from the school.
We recommend approval.
I so move.
Motion by Mr. Sines, is there a second? Second by Judy Solis. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Item 4, consider and take possible action on resolution authorizing the RGCCISD Interim Chief Financial Officer, Jorge Recio, to execute documents regarding to RGCCISD bank accounts as needed to conduct district business.
This is basically a request just to go ahead and continue closing some accounts from the old bank depository and move them forward and transfer them to the new depository at Lone Star. We have not finished with that, and it turns out that we're lacking some signatures to go ahead and finish the transaction. We're recommending that you approve the request and allow us to go ahead and continue with this procedure.
Is there any discussion for item 4? Any motion?
So move.
There's a motion by Mr. Sines, a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Cantu. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Item 5, consider and take possible action on external auditors services contract.
Mr. Noel Garza is our external CPA. He reports to the agency, and he does our AFR, which is our annual financial report. We're just asking for a renewal to be approved, and we're recommending the approval.
Any discussion, item 5?
No, I know Mr. Garza very well, and he's a very, very good auditor. He does a real good job, and he will point out if we are not following anything. He'll point it out. He's very good at it. Okay, I move that we approve it.
There's a motion by Mr. Sines. Do I have a second? Second by Judy Solis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Item 6, consider and take possible action on tax collections, is what I'm being told, for the month of April 2016.
On this particular item, you may have a sheet there that says collections versus refunds. I think there was a misplaced on your report there. It's just a switch. Actually, the tax collections belong on section 6, item number 1, and the tax refund belongs to section 5, which is here, number 6. So they got a little confused there, but they're both in the agenda for today.
So it is tax refunds then?
Yes, sir. These are refunds.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But this first item is the collection, right?
Yes, sir. That's what is
And the
on
book
the
is the
agenda.
collection.
Yes, sir.
The first one is the collection.
Okay. Just make sure we read it as such then.
Is it a tax collection or tax refund?
The first one is a
agenda?
refund. Yes, and
Where's the other?
Later on,
Oh, later on in the meeting?
the other one appears.
Okay,
but
so
they
this
were
one's just for
reversing
the
order.
refund. Oh, you moved this one next.
The thing is, where they were reversed is only on this agenda. In the book, it's correct. Collections first and then refund.
Okay.
But in this one, they put refund first and then collections. So.
But he read, we're on item 6, so we'll do
Right.
refund. Okay. That's why.
Okay. Refunds then.
Yes. We'll do refund now and collections when it gets to it.
Okay.
we're recommending approval.
collections.
of the refund and the collections.
Thank you. Do we have any discussion, item 6? Motion, any motions?
So move, Mr. Chairman.
We have motion by Mr. Science, and second? Second by Judy Solis. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Item 7, consider and take possible action on requisitions $5,000 and over in a 12-month aggregate.
This is just a list attached there of the requisitions above over $5,000, and we recommend approval. These went to committee, were approved, and we recommend the approval of the listed.
Is there any discussion on item 7? Any motions?
I so move, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion by Mr. Science. Is there a second? Second, Mr. Klein. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Item 8, consider and take possible action on request to join TextBuy, a cooperative purchasing program for goods and services through the adoption of a board resolution authorizing the district to enter an interlocal agreement with Region 16 Education Services Center.
Basically, Mr. Ramirez, this is a cooperative purchasing program for goods and services through Region 16, and we're requesting approval.
Any discussion on item 8? Any motions?
So move.
There's a motion by Mr. Science. Is there a second? Second by Judy Solis. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Item 9, thank you, Mr. Leticia. Item 9, consider and take possible action on amendment of TASB policy DNA local performance appraisal evaluation of teachers.
Good evening, Mr. Vice President, members of the board, Mr. Trigo. Item 9, respectfully ask your approval for an amended DNA local, which will reflect our new teacher appraisal instrument. This begins this next school year, 15-16 school year, or 15-16. A little lost there. As we speak, our campus administration, campus leaders are attending and will be attending trainings for this. I know Mr. Sines asked if we could attach the appraisal tool. What we found was just the rubric, so we didn't feel it was, we have it complete, so we did not attach that. But this is just a policy adopting the new T-test, which is an instrument for teachers.
Any discussion on item 9? Any motions?
That's what move.
We have a motion by Mr. Klein, second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Science. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Item 10, consider and take possible action on amendment of TASB policy D&B local performance appraisal evaluation of other professional employees.
Yes, sir. Likewise to item number 9. Similar to item number 9, we have an appraisal system for administrators also, which is TPES. And obviously our D&B local would be amended with a new instrument that we'll be using for this next school year. This was presented to Policy Review Committee, and administration recommends approval.
We have a motion on item 10.
Move we approve item 10 as presented.
We have a motion by Mr. Gonzalez. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Science. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Item 11, consider and take possible action on TASB policy DFFC local reduction in force continuing contracts. I'm being told that's almost similar to item 12. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct. On item 11, just for the record to make it clear, it's not that we're initiating a reduction in force. This is just that, as you recall, 3-4 months ago in a board meeting, we did take our new teachers who have followed the probationary period will now be on a term contract versus a continuing contract, in the best interest of the district. On that event there, TASB realized that they didn't have the proper policy in place for continuing contracts. So if the district were ever to go into a reduction in force, you must have a policy in place to follow that. So them identifying that we do have, I'd say 95 to 97% of our teachers are on continuing contracts, we do need to have a policy in place. So that's item 11, and administration recommends approval.
Do you have any discussion on item 11?
No. So move, Mr. Chairman.
We have a motion by Mr. Science. Any second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Klein. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. We can also make a motion for item 12, correct?
Yes, sir. Item 12, it's the exhibit. This would be the actual form used if the district were to ever go into a reduction in force for continuing contracts. This would be the actual form used by the district.
Any discussion on item 12?
So move, Mr. Chairman.
We have a motion by Mr. Science. Do we have a second? Second by Dr. Cantu. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carries. Item 13, consider and take possible action on amendment to the 2016-2017 Time Equivalency Program guidelines.
Yes, sir. On this item, the time equivalency program guidelines were taken to the board and approved last board meeting. There are some amendments or some changes or additions that we want to make, and really to be more clear, if you look on the pass out, we wanted to explain why our maintenance department, police department, and now we've added the food services department, why they're exempt from TEP. We didn't want to exclude anybody, but these departments, the majority of the departments, you're dealing with 232 calendars, 232-day calendars, 40 hours a week, which are very unique on comparison to the rest of the district. So we didn't want to mess with any FLSA issues, overtime issues. So these departments are exempt. Food service is a little different in the sense that there's trainings that are required by the USDA or by the federal government, and also the director did inform us that by moving a couple of days around without TEP, it would be beneficial and even save on overtime. So that's one of the changes where we're clear on why these departments are exempt. And also, if you look at 12D, it talks about staff development. I know we did meet with Mr. Sines earlier, and he brings up a good point. It needs to include, and just for the record, any staff development should be directly related to the teaching class assignment. So that'll be included. That's in 12D. And the last item for the record would be under Exhibit A. My human resources staff included Exhibit A to give you a clear-cut window for non-exempt employees, which are hourly employees, when they can use their TEP training. If you look at the exhibit, it goes from 232 days all to 180 days. So the exhibit will include to say it's only for non-exempt employees, for hourly. Those are the changes we'll be making. So administration recommends the amendments to the time equivalency program.
Do you have any discussion, item 13? Any motions?
So move, Mr. Chairman.
A motion by Mr. Sines. Do we have a second? Second by Judith Solis. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Salinas. Item 14, consider and take possible action on professional learning community staff development for the 2016-2017 school year.
Good evening, Mr. Ramirez, Vice President, members of the board, Mr. Trigo, ladies and gentlemen. We come before you as we continue to prepare for the 2016-2017 school year. We seek to implement professional learning communities. Professional learning communities are, training teachers in how to work together in groups collaboratively and share their expertise to ultimately improve student achievement. It is critical to provide staff development to future strategists or campus administration and district administration who will be key players in implementing professional learning communities. There will be a conference coming up in San Antonio come October, and those sessions fill up quickly. So this is why we're coming today to request so we could hopefully have a contract signed for them to save the slots. In the agreement, it is stated where it's pending availability of funds coming up for the 2016-17 school year. We do have, Mr. Sines at committee did recommend for us to do a cost analysis. So on page 2, there's a cost analysis where you can see how much it would cost to attend the conference in San Antonio and a cost analysis bringing the consultants to Rio Grande. The only major difference, you see the total cost for over there is $16,132. Bringing it is $21,600. The only thing is that if we attend, there's 50 breakout sessions. If we bring it here, we would select 4 to 6 sessions, topics from those. So, that would be the only difference. And the cost, of course.
Would there be a difference in the number of people attending?
Yes. If we bring them to the district, it's more. We can send more people. However, we're limited to the 4 to 6 topics. So we're just, asking permission to go ahead and reserve the slots. And, we'll go ahead through an agreement, save them, so we won't miss the opportunity, if granted.
Mr. Pena, thank you very much for the information you just presented. I was one of the ones who asked for that.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Also, this would be, the strategists would be the ones going, right?
Yes, sir. In the agreement, it doesn't stipulate who. So in the event that we don't have strategists, then it could be campus representatives at that time.
Right.
It could be
And they will be expected to do presentations to the
Yes,
different
sir. To bring
campuses.
back and also guide their campuses and the district in professional learning communities.
And I think you said that it also comes with, at the first meeting, they can bring handouts that they can duplicate.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I read the titles of all these presentations. They're very, very good. So at this point, if it's okay, if in order, I'd like to move that we approve this one.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Science. Do we have a second?
And
Second
which
by
one,
Juice
sir?
Solis.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Which one would you like for us to see?
This is the one on the one in San Antonio?
Yes, sir. That's proposal number 1 on the top, and the bottom is for in-district.
So we're not just reserving at this point. We have to choose.
Oh, no, not at this point. You can approve it and then let us know, for the agreement. It would be different agreements that we would sign.
Right.
Well, there's only one here, no?
Yes, sir. The one there is for the San Antonio,
Right.
and that's the one that the curriculum was looking at because of the 50 topics.
If you,
What's your recommendation, sir? What do you think would be best?
See what he
Well, seeing the
recommends.
50 topics, sir, and their national consultants, we would benefit greatly by going and then bringing back the information, and we do the trainings throughout the district. The other way, we would select 4 to 6 topics, depending. There's some that are one-day, full-day topics. There's others that are half a day, and we would be limited to only 4 of the topics or 6.
We have to be specific as to what the motion is.
I was looking at item 14.
That way we don't have to speed up the
Right, but it would be to
get the authority.
the one for them to go to San Antonio.
Right.
Is that correct?
To go to San Antonio.
Yes, sir.
To travel to the PLC conference October 9th to the 12th, 2016.
That's the
Yes,
one.
sir.
Okay.
That's the one. Over 10 to 12, yeah. Or 9
9 to 12.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the motion, Mr. Science. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Juice Solis. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pena.
No, I must.
Item 15, consider and take possible action, DMR Consulting, Dr. Diana Ramirez for reading training for middle school staff development for 2016-2017 school year.
Once again, sir, as we continue to make efforts to improve student achievement throughout the district, at the curriculum meeting, I was able to present Mr. Science and Ms. Solis a roadmap of staff development as to where are we today with staff development throughout the district, and where are the gaps, where have we not trained our teachers. So these that are still left are areas where we have not trained our teachers this year in very important areas. For example, this one is in reading for 6th through 8th grade. So we have funds available at this time for training on June 14th for reading at the middle school, so all reading teachers. And at the same time, if they're not working, it's not their calendar, they could get their TEP hours, 6 hours of TEP that day. So we are seeking approval for this, and we do have funds available at this time.
Do we have a motion on item 15? We have a motion by Mr. Klein. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Science. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Item 16, consider and take possible action on Region 1 Science 3rd through 8th grade staff development for the 2016-2017 school year.
Once again, sir, as we continue to make efforts to improve student achievement, as we look at the gaps, teachers who still need to be trained, science is one area that, looking at our scores, we need to train our teachers and get them proper strategies for them to implement. And we are presently this week wanting to have these trainings in science, 3rd through 8th grade. We seek for approval. We do have funding available.
What are the days for these two?
Okay, 3rd through 5th, sir, we just started and had them. Middle schools is going on this week. And since the board meeting had been moved from last week to this week, that's where we run into where we're already having it at this time. But we're using funds from a grant that we have available right now.
We have a motion on item 16.
I so move.
We have a motion by Mr. Gonzalez. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Solis. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Item 17, consider and take possible action on Star Forward Leading Learning Series live webinars.
As we continue to research programs that are effective, sir, we also look, we have an analysis for administrators at the campus level. It's very important that we train our principals and central office, also, not only classroom teachers. So as we research through other districts and lead forward, If you research that on the website, you see that they're one of the leading agencies throughout the state of Texas providing stat development on STAR and EOC. So as we looked at that, they have a program for principals where principals can engage themselves on webinars throughout the entire school year, and this is looking for next year, where they'll guide them and help them as to how to analyze reports, what should they be doing this 6 weeks to implement at their campuses. So it's guiding them throughout. And there is a special fee, and there's a deadline of May 31st. This is why we're bringing it at this time. For that 1,216 per campus, they would have to register by May 31st. We do have another deadline in August. That goes up to 1,500. But at this time, we're leaving it up to the campus for them to budget within their campus budgets. I have talked to some of them, especially the focus campuses. We recommend, and I spoke to Mr. Trigo, that our focus campus, could benefit from this, and the middle schools as well.
So it's going to be for specific campuses only, or?
It's open to all, sir, but we're strongly recommending that our focus schools, go through this training and webinars.
Do you have any further discussion on item 17? Any motions?
I move that we accept it.
There's a motion by Mr. Sines. Do we have a second? Second by Judith Solis. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 18, consider and take possible action on summer curriculum writing proposal for academic enhancement, middle school.
Good evening, Mr. Eddie Ramirez, Vice President of the Board, Mr. Joel Trigo, Superintendent of Schools, board members, and community members. Again, we are asking for approval for a curriculum summer project for the Magnet Middle School under the direction of Ms. Gina Gonzalez, Principal. We are requesting again to revise and adjust the curriculum and the scope and sequence, the concept, timelines, common assessments for this particular campus. It is a project on its own. They will be collaborating efforts with the regular summer project. However, their summer project will begin in July and it will go through August under Ms. Gonzalez's supervision. The cost is $33,600 for approximately, we have 14 teachers who will be involved. It's 12 days, 7.5 hours a day. We recommend approval.
Any discussion on item 18? Any motions?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
We have a motion by Mr. Gonzalez. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Sines. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Trevino. Item 19, consider and take possible action on Imagine Learning Language Literacy Kinder through 6th grade proposal.
Thank you, sir. Once again, we bring Imagine Learning, which is an award-winning language and literacy software program that features interactive activities, videos, and games. It is a research-based, instructionally differentiated, and incredibly fun program to utilize to ensure students are successful. There are 3 essential elements of this effective system. Instruction, insight, and innovative are 3 essential elements which are utilized. This program could be utilized all through elementary and middle school for recent immigrants and high school as well. We are also looking to see also we can implement it at homes. If parents have internet access, students can continue using it at home as well. It's an excellent program. Mr. Martinez has done an excellent job, our bilingual director, in researching, contacting different districts, PSJA, Edinburgh, McAllen, La Jolla. La Jolla has gone, I don't know if you remember Mr. Sines mentioning, they started with, some campuses, and then right after the following year or so, they went district-wide. That's how effective it is. We did look at, talking to the company, and they are here if you have any questions. Instead of a 3-year contract, they're willing to negotiate 1-year contract, and they're willing to give us the same price, for the next 3 years if we continue with it. It is an excellent program. Mr. Sines had asked for us to do also a cost analysis. If we could look at only 3 to 4 campuses, and you have those quotes in front of you. If we look at 3 to 4 campuses, it would still end up to 200 and some thousand, as compared to 360,000 on the contract for all students throughout. So, at this time, looking at funding, if a funding is available next school year, this would be a program that we would like to implement at our campuses.
And I think the curriculum we talked about, this is an item we had tabled and we brought back.
Correct.
We want to tie the district to 3 years.
Right.
That's correct.
And then I think Mr. Martinez said that there's programs that we're using, currently paying for, but the teacher feedback was that they're no longer, I guess, up to date or effective. They're no longer using them, so hopefully we'll save some costs when we stop paying for those licenses and then focus on this one, if I remember correctly. Yes, okay.
That's correct. As we make analysis of programs of what we're utilizing and not utilizing, some of those have already been, discussed at meetings, and we will be making those adjustments this coming school year.
And we definitely appreciate the company taking into account that it is a large sum for us, and we were afraid to tie the district to a 3-year contract, so thank you for leaving the price the same and giving us a 1-year with options. I mean, obviously, we've heard good things about them, but we also need to make sure that is the right procedure for us, so thank you so much.
And it is an area that we need to address as per the TEA audit that was done. They have told us that we need to address. This program will address it very well, I think.
Yes, sir. We do need to look into our bilingual program and differentiation of instruction. And this program, identifies the needs of the students at the beginning. There's an assessment, and then it works with them throughout all the years of elementary as they continue. So if they're in kinder or first grade and they're working at a second or third grade level, the program will automatically raise it to that level. And if they're struggling, they'll be, the program automatically goes to their level and continues working with them. And the beauty of the program is kids get to record themselves and they listen to it. And it's an English program. So, the bilingual students, as they listen to themselves, they, perfect their language acquisition.
I remember bringing that up, and I thought that was very interesting.
Yes.
And also, I think this program you said was they can use it at home, too.
Yes, ma'am. It has a component at home.
Access to it in their own homes.
If they have internet, they will be able to utilize it at home.
All right. Any further discussion on item 19? Any motions?
I move that we approve the item as presented today.
We have a motion by Mr. Science. Second. Mr. Science. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Pena.
Thank you, Mr. Pena.
Do we have anything on Section 6, reports and information? No? Okay, Section 7, then we will proceed into closed session. The authority of Texas Government Code Sections 551.071 through 551.084. And the time is 7:05.
There you go, 7:05.
Okay, so what do I take?
Good job, Mr. Ramirez. Where are we going?
It's passed, it's already on the record.
Go for Danny when he gets back.
Yeah. Judy, do you have?
And it is 8:12 p.m. On item A, there is no action required, so we'll proceed to item B. Do I have a motion on item B?
I move that we approve this as discussed in executive.
We have a motion by Judith Solis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Science. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Do I have a motion on item C?
I move that we approve this item as discussed in executive session.
We have a motion by Ms. Solis. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Klein. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Do I have a motion on item D?
I move that we approve the item as presented in executive session.
We have a motion by Ms. Solis. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Science. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Do I have a motion on item E?
I move that we approve this item as presented in executive session.
There's a motion by Ms. Solis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Klein. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Do I have a motion on item F?
Item F, I move to approve the resolution as discussed and to authorize the board president to sign and execute a resolution so long as the conditions that we discussed in executive session were included.
A motion by Ms. Solis. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Science. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
I abstain from this one.
Okay, motion, there's 4 votes in favor, 1 abstaining. So motion carries. The motion on item G.
5 for vote. 1, 2, 3,
Try
4,
myself.
5. Did you vote?
That's right.
No. Only, did everybody vote except for him?
Right.
Dicky?
5-1, sorry. 5-1.
5-1.
It's to that time. That time. The motion item G.
I know, I wasn't even paying it.
Motion item G.
I move that we approve this item as presented in executive session.
Okay, there's a motion by Ms. Solis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Klein. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign, motion carries. Is there a motion for adjournment?
Second.
It's okay. Ms. Solis, second by Mr. Science. It is 8:15 p.m. Thank you all for attending. Thank you all for everyone. See you all at the graduations. Look forward to those. And the teacher banquets and everything else.
So you got
Can I
the
say?
information we need?